students, welcome to our science class. Our chapter name is Adaptations, How Plants Survive. In the last class, we explained what is adaptation, and according to the adaptations, we classified plants into two. The first one is terrestrial plants and the second one is aquatic plants. The first one is terrestrial. Terrestrial plants and the second one is aquatic plants. So we explained that these terrestrial plants are the plants which are growing on land and these aquatic plants are the plants which are growing on water. These are the things. And then we just explained different types of terrestrial plants and different terrestrial regions. In the last class, we explained about the mountain region and the desert region plants. And I think it's clear for you and the notes are also given. And today we are going to discuss about the further topics in the terrestrial plants. So we can discuss about that. Today we are going to discuss about the plants growing in hot and humid region. Plants growing in hot and humid. You know, hot means the region having higher temperature, that is hot. And now the question is, what is this humid? Humid region is the region having the air occupies number of water vapors, or this humid region means its air or its atmosphere have large content of water. That is called this humid region. So, some plants are suitable for growing in hot and humid regions. We are just looking about the examples of these hot and humid region growing plants. They are teak, rubber, pepper, then coffee, tea, sugarcane, etc. So, the plants are growing in hot and humid region are teak, rubber, pepper, coffee, tea, sugarcane, etc. Now, we are going to learn the adaptations for these plants which are living in this region. Now, we are just looking about the adaptations. The first adaptation is that of these trees are always remain green. Always remain green. And so they are called evergreen plants. They are called evergreen plants or evergreen trees. Evergreen trees. So, they have large number of leaves and these leaves remain green all over the time, and so they are called evergreen trees. That is, they have green leaves all around the time. So they are called evergreen trees. This is one of the adaptations of these hot and humid region trees. And the next one is that they have lot of leaves, but they are not shedding in winter. They not shed their leaves in winter. In winter season. So they are not shedding their leaves in winter season. These are the two adaptations that mentioned in your textbook. That is, these leaves are always in green color, and that's why they are called evergreen leaves, and they do not shed their leaves in winter. Which are the examples of these hot and humid region plants or trees? They are teak, tea, coffee, sugarcane. Next one is plants are growing in plain region. So what are these plain regions? These plain regions are the regions not having too much hot and not too much cold. Not too much cold and not too much hot. So this is the peculiarity of the plain region, that they have not too much cold and they have not too much hot. And which are the plants or trees which are growing in this plain region? Do you know the examples? We just look which are the examples. The first one is mango tree. Mango tree. Then people. Then the banyan tree. Shesham. Etc. So the examples of the plants which are growing in plain region are mango tree, maple, banyan tree, shesham, etc. These are the examples of the trees which are growing in plain region. Now we have to look what are the adaptations these plants have to live in this plain region. That we have to look, and you are familiar with this mango tree, right? This mango tree have, or this banyan tree have large number of branches. You are familiar with mango trees, right? These mango trees have large number of branches. Also, while we are considering banyan tree, they also have large number of branches. This is one of the adaptations for the plants which are growing in plain region. That is, it have large number of branches. The second one is that the leaves are very flat and thin. Here you can see a leaf. This is the diagram of a banyan tree leaf, and this is the leaf similar to a mango tree. So both these leaves are very flat and thin. So this is the another adaptation. What is the advantage of this flat and thin leaves? It is that you all know on the leaf they have stomata. In the last chapter you learned that while breathing they just give out excess amount of water through this stomata. So these leaves always emit excess amount of water through their stomata and makes this tree cool. While you are sitting under the tree of banyan tree, you feel it's cool or you feel a breeze. That is because of the excess amount of emission of water through this stomata. So this is the next adaptation. I just said that their leaves are very flat and thin and they just give out excess amount of water through this stomata. This is the second point. And then these trees shed their leaves in autumn, and these leaves will come again during spring season. They shed their leaves during autumn season and these leaves will come again on spring season. This is the thing we explained here. I am just saying again, here we are discussing about the plain region. The plants which are growing here are mango tree, banyan tree, people, etc. And for these plants they have large number of branches. Their leaves are very flat and thin and they have large number of stomata and they give out excess amount of water through these stomata, and that's why these plants are feel cool in all the time. And these leaves are shed in the autumn season and they also come these new leaves in spring season. These all are about the plain region. I think it's clear now. The next region is marshy region. Do you familiar with this marshy region? I think no. This marshy region is the waterlogged places. Waterlogged places. That means this place having mud. This place having mud. That is, they're having soil and water in a mixed form, and that is called waterlogged places. And here it is, the waterlogged places are called swamps. Swamps. So, these waterlogged places are called swamps or marshes. It's also called marshes. Marshes. So, what is this marshy region? This marshy region is the waterlogged places and they are called swamps or marshes. Here it have a sticky soil. It have a sticky soil and the soil is clay. It is clay. That I already explained that it is the mixture of mud and water. So this is what the marshy region. So what are the adaptations these plants need to grow in this region, and which are the plants which are growing in marshy region? We just look the name of that plant. It is mangroves. It is mangroves. So mangroves are the plants which are growing in marshy region. And what are the adaptations these plants need for? The image of the mangroves is there in your textbook. You please want to observe the diagram. So, when these plants are just growing in this marshy region, and just drawing a just simple diagram. So, we know that here it is marshy land. That means it is just mud or sticky oil. So, the roots of these plants are unable to breathe through the under. And they just do that. Their roots are just come out of the soil for breathing. They just come out to outside of the soil to breathe, and they have an opening at the tip of this root. And these roots are called breathing roots. These roots are called breathing roots. So what are these breathing roots? These are the roots which are coming outside the marshy land for breathing air. And the roots inside this water or this marshy land is not able to breathe. So these plants are just growing their root outside the marshy land and they are just taking air from outside. And these roots are called breathing roots, and these roots having tiny openings at the tip of the root. This is breathing roots. I think it's clear, and the example is mangroves. The example is mangroves. You please want to remember this mangrove. I think it's now clear for you, and we will move to the next thing. That is plants growing at coastal regions. The next is coastal area or coastal region. The examples of plants which are growing in coastal areas are coconuts or coconut trees. So, what are the adaptations for these coconut trees? They are highly adaptive to salty water. they can survive heavy rain. Heavy rain. So these are the adaptations for these coastal aerial plants, they are adapted to salty water and they can survive heavy rain. And the other thing is that these plants are dispersed through water. Dispersed through water. Now the question is, what is the dispersal? Dispersal is the process of making away the seeds from the mother plant. It is the process of just making away the seeds from its mother plant to distant places. That is dispersal. And you will learn this dispersal in detail in your 5th standard. Now you just understand this dispersal is just giving away the seeds from its mother plant to far places. That is dispersal. And for these coconut trees, the dispersal takes place through water. And this all about our today's area. We just discussed about different terrestrial regions and the plants which are growing in these areas. And you please want to read your textbook and please study the notes which I am giving. Thank you. It's enough for today.